All right, guys, it is Tuesday, February 16th, and we are back for more action tonight. Quick recap of Sunday. I'll tell you what, your boys are having a week right now. Really, we're having 2 weeks. Last week, we crushed. After the Super Bowl, we crushed, and we have been crushing this week. Let's see, looking back at Sunday, your boy, 2-1 on the locks, brings me to 8-10 on the year. Still down 3 units, unfortunately. 4-3 straight up picks brings me to 29-37. Spencer, your boy's on a roll here. Spencer, 1-2 on his locks. Let's see here. Spencer was, excuse me, I know I said that wrong. 2-1 on his locks brings him to 14-7 for the year, plus 7 units. He is killing everybody. I think he is 6-8 of his last 9 locks. Dude is on a roll. Shawnee Sizzle, he was 1-2 on his locks, 5-8 for the year, down 1.5 units. He's coming around now. Here's the thing with Sean. He's raking money outside of his locks. So don't even worry about him. Stevie Player Props, he was 0-1 on his locks, brings him to 7-3 for the year, or for February. I keep saying the year, for February, for the month. 7-3. He's down half a unit. He is going hard tonight, and I love it. On a Tuesday night. Club's going off on a Tuesday. All right. Stevie Player Props. Start some NHL action. I haven't made my NHL picks yet, but they're coming. I have been betting money on some of these picks from the boys, trying to learn the game a little bit. I will have a pick by next weekend, at least one. All right. NHL parlay. Devils, Rangers, both to score in the first period. Caps, Penguins, both to score in the second period, no. So the first one, Devils, Rangers, both score in the first period, yes. Caps, Pens, both score in the second period, no. Avalanche, Golden Knights, both score in the first period, yes. All right, this is a bet that Shawnee Sizzle, we got to give him all the credit in the world. He kind of dug this up and has been slaying with it. And it's an awesome bet, actually. Like, the way that he has this figured out, he's been crushing with it. I've been betting it, too. I think we've all been betting. We've all been winning. Speaking of, hockey prop, the Stevie Player Props likes tonight. Caps and Pens, both to score in the first period. I think every one of us is betting that tonight. We both went hard on that. I think I think all of us, multi-unit bets, like 5-unit bets on that on Sunday, and we all crushed. Another hockey parlay here. Penguins money line, they're at home against Capitals. Stars money line at home against Predators. Avalanche plus 1.5 at Golden Knights. Prop parlay that he's got here. Jokic double-double. Ja Morant not to have a double-double. And LeBron over 1.5 made threes. And of course, you know what Stevie Player Props is betting tonight. The Nuggets are playing. Jokic first basket. Let's see, Spencer, this soccer guy. Him and Sean have this, I was talking about in the last video, this live soccer betting strategy that they have been raking with. I tried it last night, immediately, got murdered on it, actually. Wasn't even close. So I know it's not going to work for me. I bet it loses. I don't bet it. They keep winning. So I'm going to let them get their wins here. I'm just going to sit in the corner and feel left out, but is what it is. Nothing you can do about it. By the way, speaking of live betting and Spencer, shout out to my boy this morning, tipping us off to live betting Novak Djokovic in the Australian Open. He was down, it might have been tied sets, 1 apiece, and he was down in the third set. I think he was down 3-0. His odds at that point were plus 118 or something like that to win. We went hard on it. Me and Spencer. I don't know. I think me and Spencer might have been the only ones that actually ended up betting it, but we each put 5 units on it, and it hit. It was exhilarating, which I understand the rush of the live soccer bet. I just know I can't win it. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to win that bet, and I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. So Spencer, the soccer god, Purdue money line and Austin, PA money line parlay. Austin, PA, -6.5. They're at Southeast Missouri State. And Toledo, -11. They're playing at home against Miami, Ohio. Parlay that one. And then he has a nice first basket parlay here. which I'm all about the first basket parlay. Jokic, Fred VanVleet, Malik Beasley, all first basket. All right. I got a lot going on tonight too. This has been a hell of a time past week and a half. I was so down after the Super Bowl. Lost 30 units just on the Super Bowl alone. Made it all up. Plus last week, I'm still rolling. I've been betting the mid-major college basketball. Like, I've been taking Spencer's lead on that. I've been researching it, checking it out every day. I've been trying to bet the early game every day so it gives me something to look at when I'm at work. But I've been crushing it. It's awesome. The mid-majors are so good to bet. They're so much more consistent than the top 25. I'm obsessed with it now. I was raking today. Already hit earlier today. Hit one yesterday. I've been doing little baby parlays where you bet the spread and the over-under. Oof, I love it. I love it. I had Northern Illinois today against Akron. Incredible. I love it. This is quickly becoming my favorite bets, these mid-major games. But speaking of, little parlay to start, college basketball. Farley Dickinson playing at home against St. Francis, New York, -4. And Wagner, St. Mary's, over 124.5. Super low number. St. Mary's doesn't score a lot, but Wagner does. I think they will pick it up, and they'll get that over. Kind of like Wagner in that game, too, but over. Purdue, little baby parlay, Purdue, -5.5, over 136.5. They are at home against Michigan State. Went back and forth on this a lot. Michigan State is like the bane of my existence this year. They are good, then they stink, then they're okay, then they're terrible. I don't know. They're not great on the road. I think they might get beat up tonight, but Purdue -5.5 and over 136.5. My first basket strategy. First of all, shout out to Stevie Player Props for figuring out that Jokic is a first basket machine. I am going to do every combination. It's like 6 bets. Every combination of either Jokic or Jamal Murray first basket in the Nuggets game, and Giannis, Chris Middleton, Dante DiVincenzo first basket in the Bucks game. These 5 guys, it's almost always them. It's almost always Jokic, but when he doesn't get it, it's usually Jamal Murray. And for the Bucks, Giannis, Middleton, DiVincenzo. Drew Holiday gets in there too, but he hasn't been playing. So every combination of those 5 players, I'm telling you, you sprinkle on that, a lot of money. All right, straight up picks for the night. We'll start with the NBA. Nuggets +1.5. This started out at +3. It's down to +1.5. I thought +3 was a pretty long line there. They are at Boston. Boston is not the same Boston from the past few years. I think Nuggets win this outright, but Nuggets +1.5. Lakers -6.5. Bucks -5.5. They're at home against the Raptors. Pelicans -1.5. They're at Memphis. I think the Pelicans, Memphis is not that good. Pelicans have not really impressed this year, but I think they get it done tonight. Nets, Suns, over 226.5. It looks like Kyrie and KD both are not playing tonight. I went in on this. This is one of my locks. I went in on this morning because I was afraid the line was going to move up. I got a 231.5. I'm still pretty confident in that, but over 226.5, I love, even with no Kyrie, no KD. Farley Dickinson -4, talked about them. Wagner, St. Mary's, over 124.5. Purdue -5.5, and Illinois at home against Northwestern -12.5. Locks for the night. Stevie Player Props, LeBron over 1.5 made threes. Sean, Caps, Pens both scored in the first period. You know that. Like I said, we're all going in on that one. Spencer the Soccer God forgot to get this one out on Twitter today. Missed the text, but trust me, he got it in on time. We are all about the integrity of this competition. He got this in on time. Barcelona and PSG both to score. That happened. So he already hit his first lock. And Pelicans money line tonight. My locks, I got 3 of them for you. Illinois -12.5 at home against Northwestern. Nets, Suns over 231.5. I'm going to stick to my guns. I picked that this morning. I thought that we were getting Kyrie also, but hey, like I said, it's all about the integrity of a man of honor here. And both of those 2 units on both of those. So listen, Harden, I need you to step it up and score 50 tonight. And Purdue minus 5.5. Like I said, I had trouble with this game going back and forth, but I don't see Michigan State really keeping up with them. Even though Purdue's not a powerhouse, but Michigan State, I'm going to stick with the fact that they stink, and they stink away from home even more so. So we are going to go with, of course, house whiskey. Getting a little bit low there. Going to have to scoop up some more of that. And back to the Trogs Joyous IPA. You know how much I love this beer. That Nets game, that is a bummer the way that worked out. But like I said, I'm still pretty confident. Suns can score, and neither of them really play a ton of defense. Illinois and Purdue. I think we're getting towards March. You know, the cream is going to rise to the top. These teams really got to take care of business, not only to get into the tournament, but for seeding purposes. Illinois is back up to, I think, number 6 in the country. So, you know, every game is extremely important for them. Even the bad teams, you got to prove that you can put them away. Oh, man, my Penn State Nittany Lions, what a heartbreaker on Sunday, losing to Nebraska. I mean, that might have washed their tournament hopes. Their only hope now might be to win the Big Ten tournament. And, oh man, how can we not talk about this? My boy, you know what time it is. Ben Simmons. Sixers may have lost their 3rd game in a row last night, but my boy, 42, 9, and 12. Last night, I don't want to call anybody out, but I went on to DraftKings and I saw that they had the audacity to put his assist line 7.5 and give it to me at like plus 114 odds. Are you out of your mind? You're going to give me that long of odds on him at 7.5? I'm making you pay me when you got it minus 140. You're going to give me plus odds on Ben Simmons over 7.5 assists? So your boy put 5 units on it, and he smoked it. He almost had it in the first quarter. It really sucked to see them lose that game because they started out so hot, and the Jazz have been on an absolute tear. They're the hottest team in the NBA, and they had no Embiid, they had no Shake Milton, and don't let people fool you. The absence of Shake Milton has been huge. He's one of the best 6 men in the league, but obviously Embiid not being there hurts. But man, Ben Simmons, guarded by Rudy Gobert all night, 42 points. I stand for Ben Simmons. All right, guys, here we go. Enough Ben Simmons talk, as if there could be. Here we go. Oh, man. That is just an excellent beer. We'll be back on Thursday. Check out Twitter. I've been posting as much stuff on there as I can. But like I said, we have been raking. Check it out. Get the bets. Make some money with us. All right? Let me know. Let me know your bet ones. Let me know you're betting against us. Just hit us up. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. I love you guys. I'll see you on Thursday.